Friends, I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of staying at home all day long. You know, I'm kind of an introvert, so at first it was super nice to stay inside, to have some quiet moments. It was like I was in a snowstorm and I could just enjoy. But I've done literally everything except clean up my house, but who wants to do that? And it's stale, it's old, I'm done with it, I want to get out. And I'm sure some of you are feeling the same way. So that's why I decided to start filming this all-new video show, Crave the Name, where I take a fresh look at the good book and the gospel of Jesus Christ to see how it applies to our daily lives. And without any further ado, I'm going to jump right in to Psalm 89. I was reading this week, and what really hit me hard was verse 16, which says, "They rejoice in your name all day long. They celebrate your righteousness." The first question that I had to ask myself is, who is they in this verse? And according to the context, that is the Old Testament fearers of God, the people who are walking in God's light. But I believe that this also applies to us New Testament Jesus followers, because how much more should we be rejoicing all day long because of the great work of the gospel of Jesus Christ, who died to save our lives? So we can actually rephrase this verse to say, we rejoice in your name all day long. We celebrate your righteousness. So I was looking at this verse and I was like, okay, Andrew, what does that look like for you? What does that look like in my own life? And I realized, you know what? I have never ever celebrated anything all day long. I've never ever been able to have a full day celebration where I was always excited and always joyful. Like my birthday, as soon as some guy gets a bigger piece of cake than me, I'm finished. Getting my dream job, well, it hasn't happened yet. Rejoicing all day long in the gospel, rejoicing all day long in the fact that Jesus saved me. I mean, it's good in the morning when I spend some time with God, but it definitely doesn't last me all day long. I get distracted, I get frustrated, I get selfish, and I forget God. It gets old. It's not fresh anymore. So, just like I'm in this house looking for new experiences because everything is old, maybe I need some new experiences with Jesus so that it's not old anymore, so that I can truly rejoice all day long. Friends, that's the secret. We don't have the strength to rejoice all day long. We just can't do it. We can't hold on to an old moment and expect it to bring us fresh joy. No, it gets stale. But that's where God comes in. God makes all things new. That's who He is. He created the world in the beginning, and He made us into new creations through Christ Jesus. He also promises to transform us by the renewing of our minds. So I believe, I'm convinced that God can and will make the gospel fresh and new in our hearts and in our minds and in our eyes. And that's my prayer, that just like the lyrics of the song say, Christ will be above and below me, before and behind me, in every eye that sees me. Christ be all around me, because that's what counts. As we fix our eyes on Christ, as everything we see reminds us of who Jesus is and what He's done, then we truly can rejoice all day long, because we have fresh understanding of the gospel. We have new eyes and new minds and new hearts, and the gospel is so true and so beautiful. That's what only God can do. That's what I'm praying for myself and for you. And that's why I created these videos. And I'm gonna keep recording more videos looking at the everyday things of life to show how they can point us to God, how we can remind ourselves of Jesus, and how He lived and died and rose again so that we could be free to enjoy Him forever.